Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Marvel Legends action figure review. Well, we're looking at 4 figures in one video because I have way too many Marvel Legends right now. I did review the Iron Man and Speedball from this wave. It feels like months ago, and now I finally have all the figures from the wave, so I'm reviewing these 4 together, then Thor alone, and then the Controller Build-A-Figure alone. I still have the Wakanda Forever figures to review, as well as the Disney Plus series figures to review. So stay tuned for all of those, but figured it'd be best to review all 4 of these in one. Big thanks again, XManny87, for hooking me up with this Quake figure right over here. I really do not know so much about Quake. Like, I know very little about the character, but I think she's cool, and I love that we have the Maria Hill. I'm happy to have an updated Maria Hill, and I did pick up several of those Quake figures. So yeah, first one from XManny87, and then I got 4 more. And then US Agent, we've needed an updated US Agent. I'm so stoked we're getting a new one of him. The Hydra, that's probably the one I've been least excited for. And then Blue Marvel makes me very happy to see because we have a new character to add to the collection. And you can see the packaging for these look pretty cool as well. Nice artwork on the side. I do like that. And then on the back, you get that same artwork. And there's read-ups on the back. If you want to read the read-up for Blue Marvel, go ahead and pause it right now. There's the read-up for Madam Hydra. If you want to read it, pause it now. There's a read-up for Quake. If you want to read it, pause it now. And then there's a read-up for US Agent. If you want to read that, pause it now. There's all the figures from the wave at the bottom of the packaging. Then on this side, you get that same image again. No logos for Blue Marvel or US Agent. You get a Hydra logo spot varnished on the top for Madam Hydra and a S.H.I.E.L.D. logo spot varnished on the top for Quake. All right, let's get to it and crack these things open. But first, if you're trying to get your Marvel Legends, you can do so.
Search your feelings. You know it to be true.
Darkside Toys is a store for you. Link below.
And here's all 4 figures out of the packaging. And I gotta say, some of these figures I'm a bit more excited for than others. But regardless, it's not a bad assortment of figures overall. But yeah, again, some of them I definitely like a lot more than others. So speaking of which, let's go ahead and start off getting a closer look at Madam Hydra. The Madam Hydra head sculpt looks alright. There's not a whole lot of new with this figure, but the head sculpt is new, and the hair wafting over the side, shout out Greg, you know, it looks cool. It looks very specific to the image that I showed earlier. The haircut just, I don't know, it looks a little bit weird to me, but it fits in with comic books, I guess, or comic book characters and everything, and you get the black mixed in there with the green. I don't know, man, it looks alright. I like how she looks scary, and the eyes are all peeled, and you have that green blush over the eyes and everything. If I move this out of the way, you could see the other eye, so they're kind of looking in the same direction. It looks like the left eye is bigger than the right eye, though. I don't know. What do you see? Comparing it to the other version, though, right here, I like how they're both kind of like mean, freaky looking women. You know, she has the glossier, shinier lipstick right over there. The body mold on this figure has been used a lot. You know, we've seen the Kate Bishop body mold used so many times, so it just feels very old when you're holding the figure. No double jointed elbows. She does have this new holster right here with the really nice, clean gold deco and these buttons right there. The buckles are painted really well. I do like that. Legs we've seen before, and yeah, the feet we've seen before. As far as accessories goes, she has interchangeable gun-holding hands right here, and she does get a horizontal hinge for the right side, but not the left side that has a vertical hinge. And then she has 2 of these guns, which we've seen many times before, and they have this pattern right over here, and they holster in there okay. They do fall out fairly easily, but hey, they do fit. Then here's looking at Blue Marvel, and I really like this head sculpt a lot, man. I think they did a really good job with this, and I like how he looks nothing like the other 2 recent African-American head sculpts that we've gotten from Hasbro, so I think they did a really good job with that. Making him look distinct and everything. Eye paint on that is weird. He is missing the gray hair on the sides, though, right? This particular older version of Blue Marvel should have the gray hair on the sides. But yeah, really dig that head sculpt, and the paint apps look great. The photoreal tech used on the comic figures is awesome. We have this new vest right over here, which I really like. Nice stitching and everything right there. Paint apps look pretty solid. I am seeing a bunch of Spidey UK body mold parts right over here, at least the lower half for sure. Belt looks like it's new. I like that silver paint right there. I was going to call it gunmetal, but I think it's silver. Then yeah, again, looking at the legs, I think we've seen these boots before too. And then we do get peg holes at the bottom of the feet. As far as accessories goes, he has 2 open hands right over here, if you want to use those, and he has his 2 blue energy effects right over here if you want to use those. This one has some weird paint on it, though, and you could go ahead and put these on the fists if you want. and yeah, they look pretty good. Then we have US Agent, and yeah, I gotta say I like this head sculpt, man. Now, in the past, we've seen US Agent head sculpts. They basically just like Captain America head sculpts, but just really mean, and yeah, they did it right here too. Like, if you look at the vintage collection Captain America from a couple years ago, it looks like it's the same guy, but this one's just all mean. But this is kind of a retired Captain America figure for me now. I use this 20th anniversary Captain America figure, so I like that I have, you know, US Agent now that has a distinctively different looking head sculpt compared to this one right over here. I do like the painted mouth right there, you know, and paints look pretty clean right there for the wings, and the deco and everything here looks pretty good too. Maybe a little bit of minor stainage right there with the white, and it just came right off, and the white paint goes all the way through. So yeah, they reused the, I think it's the Grim Reaper mold with this one, so you're seeing pins everywhere. And with the vintage collection Captain America, it's basically a retooling of this figure over anything else, you know? It's all the same details, same boots and all that, so nothing new to look at over here. One thing though I will address is I have a super loose thigh joint on each side, but particularly the right side is really bad. Oh, and the star right here on the back looks very clean too, right? Oh, maybe a little smudge right there. As far as his accessories go, he does come with two fisted hands right there, and then he has a holding hand right there and the wide open hand, so you can give him a gun if you want to. Even though it doesn't have the trigger finger sticking out, you could cut that if you want to, so he's holding a gun. Forget it. I should cut it right now. Ugh. Ugh. Hasbro, you're making me do surgery on my own figures. I don't like that. But anyway, there we go. Now I could get him to hold a gun. And the finger won't go through the trigger hole, but at least he can hold it like that. I almost forgot to mention his mighty shield, which, yes, finally, we have the dot shield with no deco on it or anything. Just have a little bit of this weird smearing thing going on, which I tried to wipe off, so I think that's in the paint or something. But yeah, we've seen this clip system before. It hasn't broke on me, and then here's the one that I altered myself. I dremeled off the circle right there. That does not look too clean, so I'm very happy to just replace that US Agent figure altogether. And lastly, we have Quake, which is actually my favorite of these four. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I already bought a whole bunch of them. I told you that already, but I love the head sculpt. She looks great, man. I like how the hair is sculpted here and everything. Looks really good. And yeah, we're seeing the Shriek body mold parts, so we have the pinless double jointed elbows. Nice deco with the shield logo right there. I believe this upper torso is brand new. I don't remember seeing that before. I like the silver paint. Looks really good with the straps right over here that are sculpted on there. And you have some nice metallic silver right there on the back. And then we've seen all these parts before. They have added these straps right here around the thighs. And again, Shriek body mold parts. They've painted this just white, and we've seen these feet before too. And then we have the interchangeable feature right here with the Quake and the Maria Hill, which I think is brilliant. I'm very, very happy that they did this. And I like the Quake gauntlets. They look awesome. I like that a lot, but yeah, you could go ahead and port those off, and then you could see you have the, you know, the painted forearms right over there. And then she does come with two sets of hands. You get a set of wide open hands, and then you have gun wielding hands for each side. One side has the horizontal articulation right here on the right side. Then the other gun holding hand on the left side has the vertical hinge right there. So I'm going to go ahead and add this one right to the left hand, and you can see how that looks right over there. Then she does come with her one gun, a little pew pew bang bang gun right over there. And then if you wanted to insert some effects, you can. This is a Valaverse effect that I happen to have close by. You can see how that ports right in there. We also get the Maria Hill head sculpt, and I just put this on another one. I don't know if I like how the teeth are showing right here. You get the headset connected to her ear, and it kind of just blends in with her hair right there. So that's pretty cool, you know. It doesn't look bad. It's just the way the teeth look right there kind of throw me off. Definitely looks better than the original one. So you can see this one from the TRU 2-pack from many years ago. Whoa, those eyes. Ugh. Glossy plastic too. So yeah, this is definitely a nice looking upgrade. I do like it. Now I'm going to skip articulation segments in this video. I mean, we don't really have a whole lot of new to discuss. We have a new upper torso right here that bends forward and back pretty well and pivots and rotates side to side. I wish we got lower ab crunches for the female figures though. That would be nice. And then the US Agent figure has the super loose thighs right over here. Blue Marvel has the bad Spidey UK knees, so you can't bend them in more than that. That's very frustrating. I think I saw Jay's Figs do a mod where he cut some of the plastic right there to make make that better. So I wish they, would change those knees right there. And then, of course, Madam Hydra has the single jointed elbows. Ugh. And then to measure out these figures, you could see that U.S. Agent's the tallest one, standing just under 7 inches tall. And I guess Quake's the shortest one right here, just a little over 6 inches. Then for some size comparisons, showing off the figures that already had previous versions in plastic form already, we have the 2 Madam Hydras, the 2 U.S. Agents, and the 2 Maria Hills. And I feel like these 2 are very suitable upgrades. I'm very happy to have these 2 figures. This one, I'm not as stoked about. It's okay, you know. It's better than this one. I guess I can keep both, right? I guess one for the Wolverine shelf and then one for the Avengers villain shelf. Then I wanted to compare U.S. Agent next to the 20 years Captain America figure, and it looks like this one's standing a little bit taller. I don't know, but I'm still happy with the 2 of these side by side like this. I think it looks good. Then here's Blue Marvel next to another figure, utilizing those Spider UK body molds, or the joints anyway, for those knees. Super frustrating that these are around on so many figures. Look at that. You can't get a good knee bend there, and you just can't get a good knee bend there either. Then I want to show off a couple of the female S.H.I.E.L.D. agent figures next to one of the 2-pack S.H.I.E.L.D. agents I recently picked up, or I guess that was a year ago already. But anyway, these look really good side by side, and I did use the recent Silk head right there, and that is a Netflix Elektra head right over there, and these just work really well on these figures right here. Then here's the 4 figures from the wave next to the only other figures from the wave that I reviewed. 2 months ago I reviewed Speedball and Iron Man over here. I really don't like how Hasbro's been trickling out the figures separately instead of releasing them all together. It's been very frustrating. Then here's the 4 figures next to your average 6-inch scale figure. We have the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. Whoa, it's Quake. Hey, heard nothing but good vibes about you, huh? Get it? The vibes? Huh? What? This is embarrassing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to show some love to the channel by simply clicking that like button. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell. And these figures are actually like not the top tier figures of this wave, I think. And again, it's really weird how this wave has been scattered around and everything. But, you know, I gotta say for some of them, I'm truly excited to have. Blue Marvel, U.S. Agent, Quake, those 3 I like. You know, the Madam Hydra figures just let me down big time more than anything else. I got a splotch of bright green paint on her boot that bothers me, and I don't know, it's just like the least interesting figure for me from this set. But yeah, U.S. Agent's pretty good. You know, it's a solid repaint that I wanted. I mean, none of these figures are truly spectacular, I think, except for the Quake with all the interchangeable parts and the army building feature. That really makes me happy. So I do have different ratings for these figures. And yeah, the Blue Marvel is cool. I just think they could have gone with a different body mold, maybe a slightly bigger body mold for Blue Marvel, I think. And those double jointed knees are just awful. But anyway, for Madam Hydra, I'm going to give her a SUD rating of...
I'll wait for the Black Friday sale.
And then for Blue Marvel and U.S. Agent, I'm going to give them a SUD rating of...
It's not too bad.
And then for the Quake / Maria Hill figures, I'm going to give that figure a SUD rating of...
I love it. Two, please.
I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comment section below. If you want to see the latest in Marvel news, you can find it all over at marvelousnews.com. And if you want to stay in touch with me on social media, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok. And this Thursday, tomorrow, I will be selling figures via auction starting at $1 over on Whatnot. So link in the description below for that. And I will catch you guys later. Peace.
That's crispy.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't. Your face,